Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back. Today's Wednesday, so it's another Wafflers Wednesday. I'm Ben.
I'm Becca.
And tonight we're going to be delving into the topic of Disney Cruise Line. So we're not on our own, so we do have fellow Wafflers, Peter and Jill.
Hi guys.
Hello.
Which is good because they've actually done a Disney cruise and we haven't yet.
Yeah,
Useful.
Yeah, very useful that we've got some knowledge. But we've also joined by our very special guests, Pete and Pippa from Broadway's Away. Hello.
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 How are you?
Oh, there we are.
There we go.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we're good.
yeah.
Thanks. Looking forward to this.
Yeah, it's going to be good. I think we had our cruise cancelled, as with 2020. Lots of things were. We planned our first sort of Disney cruise, and as last year happens, got cancelled, and we haven't taken the credit to push forward, but would like to go to one in future. So, what was it that interested you in a Disney cruise? So, who wants to go first?
We'll let our guests go first, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
I think it was just one of those things we'd always had on bucket list to do, and then for some reason we just went, do you know what, life's too short, let's just one. So we did.
Yeah.
we sort of took pants, didn't we?
Yeah, we tied it in while we was over there, didn't we, at Walt Disney World?
So we did a couple of nights at Walt Disney World first, and then did the 7-night cruise on the Fantasy. We did the Eastern Caribbean itinerary. Having never cruised before, we didn't really know what it was going to entail, so we were complete rookies when we did it. But complete converts. I think within 24 hours, we were just looking at each other going, why haven't we done this before?
Is it a bit like
It's amazing, it's wonderful. I can see why people...
Is it a bit like your first trip to Walt Disney World? It's like
I
you
can
go
see
there
why people
once and...
convert to it. Yep.
So why did we go on a cruise?
Well, I think I think we were looking for something to do for a special birthday. Yeah, we both turned 50 in the same year, a couple of months apart, and so we decided to do something that we'd not done before. We kicked it off with a couple of days at Disneyland Paris. We've been to often. Then we jumped on a train to Barcelona and spent a night in Barcelona, and then caught the Disney Magic for 7-night cruise around the Med.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
The one we booked, what was it? 4 nights, the Bahamas to go to Castaway Key.
Yeah.
Smack bang in the middle of our Disney trip.
Yeah, we both turned 30 last year, so it's supposed to be a special trip.
So we had a nice little mix of the both of you then.
Yes.
For our planned cruise in the middle of the Disney trip.
Yeah,
And for a special birthday.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we also were slightly worried. Certainly I was, because I am not a great traveller. I get seasick walking across a puddle. So I was a little bit worried. I took all the seasickness tablets and ginger and all the rest of it. Didn't need it really. I stopped taking the tablets about second day. Absolutely fine.
Although
Did it depend on where you were on the ship?
We were aft, which we were told was a good place to be. But yeah, we didn't really find it a problem anywhere on the ship, did we?
No.
Oh, cool. What we'll do before we carry on, we'll say hello to a few people we've got in the comments.
I had to, yeah.
So we've got Sammy. Hi, Sammy.
Our very own Sammy.
Hi,
And I see our very own John as well, isn't
Yeah,
it?
we've got Jeannie's Dishes.
Hi.
We got John.
There's our very own John.
Yay.
Yo, John.
Hey,
Hi,
Lisa.
Hi, Lisa. Hi, Georgie. Oh, yeah, we got Nick.
Hi.
Yay.
Hi, Nick.
Hey, Nick.
Hi,
I should
Nick.
start waving, shouldn't I?
Yeah, we've got Mark.
Yes, definitely catch it on the replay, Mark.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
Oh, it's just jumped. There we go. We've got Claire.
Hello,
Hi, Claire.
Claire from down the road.
And we've got Dan.
Yeah, we've got Dan as well. What if they're watching in the same room?
No, one of them's on Facebook, the other one's on YouTube, so they can get all
Yeah.
the
that's true.
comments.
Yeah. Oh, we've got Eric as well.
Yep.
Hi, Eric.
Yep. We've got Mickey Scousers. Hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
Hey up, guys.
Hello.
We've got Kerry.
Hello.
There we go. I think
I
there,
think that
oh, there we go. I
Oh,
think
look,
that's,
you.
everyone.
Oh,
Oh,
Quite a few there.
I love that comment.
Someone
If
watched
anyone's
our latest
seen
vlog,
Brits'
Pete.
latest vlog,
Someone else just
Okay.
jumped in.
got
Hey, Valerie.
Valerie as well.
Hi,
Val.
so
So, if you could book any sort of Disney cruise, where would you go? If you could just choose a bucket list Disney cruise, where would it be?
I would like to go north. I would like to go to Alaska, that sort of area. I'm more a cool person than a heat person, so I'd probably go north, Alaska, that sort of area, which would be fun. And what do you get on a northern cruise? You get frozen on a northern cruise.
in many ways.
So just when you go on deck.
We're in the group, yeah.
Yeah.
You get the frozen team on a northern cruise, and we had Pirates in the Caribbean, which is the standard Disney Pirate Night show. So it'd be nice to do something else. Equally, do a Marvel or a Star Wars show. That would also be fun.
I'd like to do a Christmas one because I'm a sucker for anything Christmassy.
Yeah, that'd be good. What about you guys?
Yeah.
We had we've earmarked Alaska for a few years' time for my 50th.
Okay.
So the one we had cancelled last summer was the Baltic.
Which
Right. Okay.
was
Yes.
going to tick off Copenhagen, Helsinki, Stockholm, St. Petersburg,
Tallinn.
Tallinn, and that would have been, phenomenal just to tick off
Yeah.
all those countries as well as being on the Disney ship.
Yeah.
We looked at doing that. It looked really
But
interesting.
alas, the world had other ideas.
Indeed.
It's just pushed it further down the road, hasn't
Yeah.
it? It's like, we'll get there one day.
And any cruise that goes to Castaway Key, quite honest.
Yeah.
Oh. Claire has said 2020 Marvel Star Wars at Sea have been announced today.
Ooh.
Ooh. Well, that's my mum's birthday.
Ooh.
Yes,
Random.
I think a few hours ago.
That'd be very good.
Ooh.
That's great.
Yeah.
So I'd love to do. I couldn't decide whether to do a Marvel or Star Wars.
Marvel.
I want to do Star Wars.
I want to do Marvel.
I have to do one each.
I do
Do
want
one
to.
each, bye.
Back to back, yeah.
But then they used to do. I don't know whether they still
Just get me
do.
on a ship.
Yeah, that's true.
They do one. I think it's around the Mediterranean that stops at Greece and Italy and a couple of other places along that area, which I would love to do.
It depends on how many nights you're going for, really.
Yeah.
And also whether they can get into the port or not, because we were supposed to go to Villefranche, but the weather was not suitable because they had to tender us to show. So we had our day at sea, and then for our last full day, we went to Marseille.
See, that's a nice alternative, though. Marseille is a beautiful city.
Yeah.
I think any cruise. I agree with you, Pippa. That any cruise at the minute
Cruise.
is what we're looking for, or any trip.
Any
Where
trip,
any
yeah.
Disney trip would do.
Yeah.
I think we've got to a point where it's just, if it was offered a 4-day trip to Walt Disney World, I think we'd take it. I'd love to do a Disney cruise one day. Not sure whether it will
I don't
sail.
think any of us are fussy anymore, are we?
No,
That's
no.
true.
I think we stopped being fussy about 6
I'll
months
tell you
ago,
what,
to be fair.
The chicken tenders on the Magic were really good.
Fantastic.
They were
Well, they were
so
very
good.
Yes.
You'd love them.
Better than ones in Walt Disney World.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
They are, Sammy.
There you go, Sammy.
Sammy is a
Get
fan of
yourself
chicken
on a
nuggets.
Disney cruise.
Mm,
And you can do the taste test for us.
yeah.
We know you are a connoisseur.
Yeah.
Pete and Pippa, what was Port Canaveral like? Because we did Barcelona, which was basically an empty shed with flags and stuff in. Whereas I believe Canaveral is set up for Disney cruises.
Mm.
It is.
Did you do Canaveral?
It runs like clockwork. It's amazing.
Right, okay, yeah.
You got the. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you start off at the ground floor, and then you go through security like you would at an airport,
Yeah.
and then you go up escalators, and into this massive auditorium where all the desks are down one side.
Yeah.
And it's sort of plenty of milling around room, and then there's a balcony where you can go and see the ship.
And have photo op.
And there's so many cast members there helping you out. It's just
Yeah.
so fluid. And we was looked after in about 15 minutes.
We didn't have a port arrival time because we were using the Disney transportation to get from Walt Disney World to Port Canaveral.
Okay.
So we didn't get picked up from the boardwalk until about 12. So we didn't get to Port Canaveral till about 1:30. But because everyone had pretty much boarded the ship by then, the huge departure hall was empty. We went straight to a desk, straight to a lady, straight on the ship.
Yeah.
It was
Right.
wonderful.
Okay.
Oh, brilliant.
Wow.
So there was no messing about, no wait.
Yeah.
So that, or some people say, oh, get a really early port arrival time so you can get on the ship quickly. Well, because we got on the ship later, our luggage was already outside our room. It was literally, we walked on and the cruise started for us. So we found that actually really quite good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to admit, we were going to book the transfer from Walt Disney World. And it's a good thing they've confirmed that they're still going on now with the Magical Express being cancelled next year, that they're still going to carry on. I know you have to pay for it, but
you had to pay for it anyway.
So it's good that that's not changing.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I like that. The closest I'll get to a cruise is down Southend Seafront. Even that's difficult without a car. Yeah, it's one of those things that the closest we got to a cruise last year was at Dover. This was taken last August, I think, and it's been
Hence the blue skies.
Yeah, that's true. And
Nice
Dover doesn't
summer
look
last
that
year.
pretty.
No, not normally.
But yeah, one day we'll be able to go on there.
But yes, the Magic was cruising a lot from Dover before COVID. So COVID and Brexit. I don't know whether because of Brexit or whatever, they'll still do a lot from Dover or not.
It's possible.
We'll wait and see kind of
I don't think it
situation.
matters 'cause
Most
it's
things.
registered in Bahamas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be honest, if it sat in Dover for 2 weeks, I'd
It's
quite
not-
happily stay on it.
It's a Bahamas registered.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember a few years ago they
We
launched
have
a
one-
cruise
we
to
have
go
a
around
cruise
the
booked.
UK.
They did, yes.
Yeah. The prices are crazy.
Yeah,
It was about
British
3,000. Yeah, it's about £3,200 I saw.
Yeah,
It was
no.
like
think
for an
it
inside
was
cabin,
Geared more for Americans that want to come
international to come over here
over
and
here
then
rather
tour.
than for us to go and tour around the
And it
UK.
crossed over to Cork as well, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So do you have any sort of memories that will make you go straight back to cruising?
Oh.
Or was there too many?
All
Yeah.
of it.
What was your favourite memory?
If
then?
you just had to pick one,
Just pick.
if you were to
yeah.
sell it to us that we've never been on a cruise, this is the reason you should book a cruise, what would it be?
For me, just
Castaway Key.
Okay.
okay.
Yeah, I can.
I think for me, just being in the bubble, I feel like everybody is nice, everybody talks to you, everybody likes Disney, everybody understands you. You can go and do quizzes and games and talk to complete strangers, and everybody's got the same thing. Everybody understands why it's a big deal that you just met Cinderella in the corridor and had a chat with her. Yeah, I think it's just a whole atmosphere, and also this ship, it was so beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
Eric agrees with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About
No.
cruising around the UK.
Oh, the other one underneath it.
Saying that, I go on a cruise around the UK at the minute than
Yeah.
being locked down.
That's true.
I think for me also they
Oh.
Yeah.
they do the last night of the cruise really well.
Mm.
Everybody meets up in the atrium. They bring out all the characters and some of the cast members from the shows that have been on, and they all go to different points in the main atrium, and everybody just goes round and says goodbye to Mickey, Minnie, princesses, and then they sing, "Now it's time to say goodbye to all our family," and then Mickey, Minnie, and the rest go off, and then that's it. And it's wonderful. It's just a way of saying goodbye.
So
Rather
is
than-
it a way of just making you not want to leave?
Yes.
It's just like leaving Magic Kingdom on the last night of your 14-night trip, and it's like you've just seen the fireworks, and it's like you're just crying
Yeah.
and just you don't want to go.
See, Mickey doesn't say goodbye though. He says see you real soon.
He does.
He
yeah.
does, yes.
He doesn't like goodbyes any more than we do.
Is that why they want to book you? Get you to book another one while you're on there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there is the bounce back thing that you get, isn't there? Yes, where you get money off a cruise, your next cruise while you're on it. Guys, what were your favourite moments? I didn't quite catch what you said.
Well, for me, definitely Castaway Key
All right, okay.
was phenomenal. What about?
We'll get on to Castaway Key, but the actual ship, it can be as structured as a cruise towards Disney or not Disney as you want.
Yeah.
Because what people don't realise is there's actually areas on the ship where you can go and there's no kids allowed.
Yeah.
So you can actually sort of be adult on the cruise ship, and then you can sort of leak back into Disney if you want to later in the day or early in the day or whenever in the day you want. So it caters for that side of it as well. Not that anyone wants to get out the Disney bubble anytime, but we found you could go up top and have a nice drink and just be sort of nice and calm like you would on a normal cruise ship.
Yeah.
And then you know that later in the day you can just whiz back into the Disney bubble again.
Because
that's
the pool
brilliant.
deck, the main pool deck, was definitely like Butlins.
Oh yeah.
Right, yeah. Okay.
Kids everywhere,
Oh,
families.
it's been a while
kids in
since
the
I've done
pool.
Butlins.
But the moment you got up onto the adult-only deck, everyone's chilling out. It's very lovely. Everyone's got a book to read. There's some drinks. It's just fabulous.
Bars,
Fabulous.
cafes, yeah.
And then
Just
suddenly
sounds
I'm
like
reading
heaven.
book and reading his book, and suddenly
We
in on
found
the attic
with
with her minder, Daisy
Sorry?
Duck walks past.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
all the adults off she popped, and then
Yeah.
you've got a character interaction in the adult-only area.
Oh,
See, that's what you want on a Disney cruise.
I think that's the thing. I think it's probably why a lot of people don't book a Disney cruise, is because they're expecting it like it's going to be forced upon them. You're sort of stuck on this ship for 4 days, 7 days, 11 days, and that you think you're going to have Mickey there all the time. So it's nice to know for people that aren't completely Disney inside out,
Yeah.
the options there for them just to go and have relax and send all their
also-
kids off to the kids club.
Yeah. Also, I think because the kids club, not that we have children, but apparently the kids clubs are really, really good, and so you hardly saw any kids. For us, the whole week around the ship, it was really quiet.
Did it?
You did see kids around, but it wasn't, they're not in the pool, not in, sort of cabanas or wherever.
Yeah.
There were some, obviously, but it wasn't like, being at your local primary school at playtime. It was really quiet and relaxing.
Also, the other thing is, of course, you go off the ship and take a look around the ports and the areas. So it's not all Disney all the time.
Yeah.
Even with Disney's own trips,
No.
they're run by locals.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've had a question. Would you rather cruise around Halloween and Christmas holidays or non-holidays? Oh,
That's a hard one.
Christmas.
Yes, please.
yeah.
Yes. We have a very
See, I
merry
would
time
love.
booked for this December, so we are just this.
Oh,
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Mm.
I would love to do a Christmas and Halloween one, but I'd like to do a normal one first,
Yeah, that's true.
just so I know what the
Yeah.
standard experience is
Yes.
before I start plussing it.
Just in case you do, like, I don't know, a Marvelous Star Wars or a Christmas one,
To get the lay of
and
the
then
land.
take the step down to.
Yeah, would it
Is it a
feel
step
too
down or is
weird?
it just?
Or would it too? Then it's a bit like going to Epcot in the summer after you've been in September for the past 3 years and there's no food and wine on.
Or you've been to Magic Kingdom during sort of before August, and it's not decorated for Halloween.
Yeah.
And then you've been for Halloween and Christmas. It's
It's that sort of thing.
Yes.
David Branson. Say
Yeah.
hello to David.
Hi to David Branson, our friend David in
Who lives in Orlando?
in St. Pete's.
St. Pete's. Hi,
Yeah.
David.
Hi, David. Good to see you. We've had a comment there from
jealous
Eric.
at all.
Yeah. Guys, how did you book your cruise? Pete and Pippa.
Just online on the Disney Cruise Line website. And
Okay.
really, really easy, to be honest.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They're actually really good, aren't they? If you have an issue, you call them. They're based here, aren't they? I think it's a UK call.
It's a UK number, but they're based in Orlando.
But you get through really
Okay.
quickly, and
That's
you speak one-to-one with the person, and they do it all from home. Really good.
Okay.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah, very simple.
Cool.
We did it differently. We booked through an American travel agent called Travel on a Dream.
That's
And
who
they-
we booked our one for last
Yeah.
year.
There are others. Other
There are
travel
other
agents
travel
are
are
available,
available.
as they say.
Yeah.
But we booked, and it was fully refundable up to a certain point, and they also got us $50 on
board
ship credit.
And they know all the sort of things like the best rooms and what kind of stateroom might suit you and your party. So that was
So
really helpful.
I have to admit, they were very useful because we'd not been on a cruise. We'd booked this like 18 months before the cruise was due to go ahead. So before then, we'd been on the Disney website and gone, I don't know what
It was
stateroom,
just
what to
a
look
lot
at.
of
So it was like we went
words.
to spoke to a travel agent, and it's like, please tell me, please help. I don't know what I'm doing, but I know I want to book a Disney cruise because we'd watch Tim Tracker do it on a vlog.
Well, and we'd watched Adam Hatton
as well.
and a
So it
couple
was
of
like
others.
we got sold look, that we want to do that, be something special, and
Yeah.
then it's like we did that, and it was relatively easy to get the money back when they got cancelled.
Yeah.
It was just waiting for them to get in contact with Disney to then do that process. Where if we booked direct through Disney, we'd have just phoned them up direct and done the credit or done it that way. So I think it's whatever works out cheapest. I think it's probably worth getting a quote from both Disney and a travel agent because you never know what's going to work out cheapest.
You will lose if you cancel.
We-
You will lose your deposit if you book straight through Disney.
If we booked through Disney, we wouldn't have because of COVID.
COVID, yeah,
Right,
okay, yeah.
okay,
But
But then it's
Yeah.
it's
in normal times,
yeah.
you would have
But,
lost
yeah.
your deposit. But
yeah.
I think COVID's changed a lot of flexibility on companies on how things can, because we've rebooked flights again this year, and we've got a full cancellation policy included with it now. So it's like if we booked this 2 years ago, that wouldn't have happened.
no,
And I don't
In a
really
way,
see
that's
them-
the only benefit of COVID so far.
Yeah, I can't really see those things going away either. People
No.
like the ideas.
Just
Yeah.
want to say a quick
Quick
hello
hello
to Carlos.
hi Carlos.
Hey,
Cool.
I like where's the one for John?
I think we lucked out because
We're having
I
a
booked it
conversation.
through the website. We kind of, having never been on a cruise before, kind of plumped for deck 9, having no idea deck 9 really where it was or what. We plumped for that room at the back, didn't we, on aft? And then we realised once we got on the ship that deck 9 was just 2 floors from cabanas, so that and the pool deck, so that was easy squeezy to go and get a tea or a coffee in the morning. So I think we had a bit of beginner's luck,
and we had a balcony.
and we knew we wanted a balcony. That was one thing we did know.
If you
Okay.
can afford
Yeah, that
the
was about the
extra
only thing we knew
$200
as
for a
well.
balcony, always get a balcony.
Yeah.
We didn't. We did an interior stateroom
Just to have
because
that
we
little
were.
private bit of outside space.
Yeah, we were looking to save money basically, so we went for the interior one. We were slightly worried that it would be too dark, but to be honest, it wasn't at all. And for the amount of time that you actually spend in the room, it made no difference really. Also, the room was huge. You know, all these people talk about, oh, you know, you're really cramped and it's really small. My goodness me, that stateroom was massive. It was much bigger than many a hotel room I've stayed in.
And we had a
Yeah.
separate loo in ours. We got a deluxe inside stateroom because we got a separate loo to the bathroom, which was nice.
Yeah.
Mm.
What was your room like, guys?
Yeah, as was
Yeah, the
too.
split.
Yeah,
Split
split.
bathroom.
Yeah, split bath.
So
Yeah,
a loo and a sink in one little room, and another sink and a shower in the other room.
Yeah.
Make
right.
Yeah,
readier
which is
in the morning so
fantastic.
much
2 people
easier.
can get ready at the same time.
Yeah.
Totally.
What did you think of like the character interactions? Did you have any sort of special meet and greets, or did you have to book, or how does it work?
We booked the Frozen one, But we found the frozen one a little bit awkward.
Yeah, they did it in a dining room when the dining room wasn't being used.
Oh, that's
And
Okay.
you snaked around and you could see all the interactions with her, with everyone else, which is a bit
Yeah.
odd.
It was, I think as grown adults, sometimes when meeting princesses, it was a bit, hello,
Yeah.
are you having a good time? Yes, I'm having a great time, thanks. This is slightly awkward. Should we take a picture? Yes, let's.
yeah.
So we won't do that again. but
It's
meeting-
weird that was done in the dining room, not in
meeting
like the
characters is
atrium.
really good. No, it's in the dining
Yes,
They
room.
did princess meet and greet in the atrium with
Yeah.
Tiana and
On the
Rapunzel
stairs, yeah.
and Belle, I think.
But the Frozen girls were special, so they they had to be taken away into a restaurant somewhere for some reason.
Yes.
Very strange.
I think for us, most characters were you didn't have
Some
to
of the
queue for more than 5-10 minutes.
They were dotted around the ship, and
Yeah.
No.
Agreed.
we suddenly came across Cinderella one time with nobody there,
Yeah.
and just had a photo with her. Yeah, didn't have to queue.
Good
very
chat
much.
with Thor.
Yeah, we did. We had a
Yep.
good chat with Thor. Yep. And there was
We came
a
across Captain Hook.
Yeah.
yes.
He was just randomly stroming a corridor.
Was that like on a pirate night, or was that just like a
It's very
normal?
fun.
Was that like on just a normal?
No, he's just wandering
No,
around.
just hanging about.
Oh,
Oh.
Yeah.
cool.
Why not?
Because that's one.
It was fun because on formal night, all the characters had their posh sticky bows on, and Donald Duck had his tailcoat on, and that was lovely.
Was he
Yeah.
wearing trousers?
Yeah.
No, he never wears trousers.
No.
No,
But it's formal night.
Mm.
Oh, you think you'd wear trousers for one night,
but
for
he
at least
did have
formal
his
night.
little tuft of hair all slicked back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh, posh.
Didn't have his
Oh.
pants.
We've had a couple of questions. We had a question from our friend David. How would you say for adults with no children, a Disney cruise differs from other cruises?
There.
I think it's a difficult
Not
thing.
It's a difficult thing.
We've not done any other cruises.
We've not done any other cruises,
But
but
the casino,
yeah.
not that bothers me at all.
What would have been? Hi, Carlos Estevez.
Yeah.
Hi. The
Other
casino,
Carlos, as is often known as.
the casino, or what would be the space for casino, is used for more kids' work.
Mm.
But yes, it's great for adults as well as kids. We don't have any kids, and we had a really good time. So yes,
Yeah.
and yes, there are themed trips like Marvel and things like that.
I think the way I'd look at it is, would you go to a Disney park without kids? And
Yes.
if you would, I'd treat it the same way as going on a
Yeah.
Disney
Of
cruise.
course.
But also
Because there's always going to be that something that
Yeah.
is for
Yeah.
you, isn't for everyone.
there are
So
also
you don't need to have
things
kids
like,
to go and enjoy yourself.
there's also things like cocktail mixology classes and things like that, which are obviously not for children. So there's plenty to do that's not child focused. There's spas.
There's a
all
whole
sorts of stuff.
adult
Yeah,
evening section on
Yeah.
the bus, on the bus,
on the bus.
on the bus, on the boat.
Yeah, yeah.
Other Carlos. We've got another friend called Carlos.
There's a whole other section
So,
which is
I know your DVD.
Sorry.
Say that again.
Oh, I think you're frozen.
You're DVC, aren't you?
We are.
Yeah.
Are you guys, Jill and Peter? Are you DVC?
No,
No.
no.
Not yet.
I hear there's a good referral scheme.
DVC meets. They had special DVC meets as well on the ship.
Yes.
So on
Yes.
the first afternoon when you got on the ship, there was a special DVC sort of gathering, and there was
Yeah.
baseball caps given out, lanyards. We had a Riviera pin given to us. And then there was
Nice.
another little DVC meetup later in the cruise where there were cocktails, there was free alcohol on a ship.
Yep.
Ooh.
That never happened.
They're just trying to like get you to buy more
So,
points.
yeah, there's also sort of little DVC benefits. But, yeah.
Oh, cool. It's like, yeah, we're gonna fill you full of alcohol and make you sign another contract.
I don't need alcohol to do that.
No, that's true. We'll happily buy at Riviera or Copper Creek, whatever's available. We want more. We've got enough points this year to go on a few weeks. But yeah,
tell us about it.
Would you ever use points for a cruise? Because I know it's it's not.
Apparently,
Every time I've looked, the only one I've looked
worst
into
points.
is the member cruises. Look good, but I know you can pay cash for those.
Yes.
So it might be one.
Yeah, you can.
One to look into.
Depends where they're going, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all about the
From
location.
everything I've heard, especially on I mean, everything I've heard on, especially on the Diz Unplugged, they always say on their DCL fan show, do not use DVC points for a cruise. It is the worst use.
You might as well rent
Ever.
your points out and use the cash for paying for the cruise.
Totally. Yeah.
It's a bit the same way because we've looked at DLP before with our DVC points, and it's like, no, I'm not doing that.
Not worth that either.
It worked out cheaper for us to get the annual passes, get discount from Disneyland Paris, and like if you needed to rent a few points out to cover it. But yeah.
Can I ask Pete and Pippa, did you join a fish extender group at all?
We didn't, no. I did look at it and then thought, I'm not entirely sure what this entails, so I didn't.
We didn't really understand what it was about, to be honest.
We did.
Yeah.
We joined a fish extender group. There's a picture of our fish extenders, I think, Ben.
Yeah, I've got it here.
Yeah.
Found it.
So,
There you go.
yeah.
We had that made from someone on Etsy in America.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Basically, what happens is you join a group, and they're mostly done through Facebook. You join a group, and it's a bit like a Secret Santa. So you all buy something for each other.
It's cheap. It's not expensive.
Yeah, it's little
lots
things.
Of bits of little things.
So you're given details of however many staterooms. It might be 5 staterooms or whatever that you buy for, and you're told the people's names. They have a chance to put things like allergies, any particular characters that anybody's into, any particular interests or whatever. And then you buy little things and you wrap them up. And basically you go around like Santa.
Dropping stuff in there.
Dropping stuff in the fish extenders. And every day we would come back and there would be something else in the fish extender. I think we've got a picture of one day when we came back, and there you go.
There it is. Yeah.
Stuff in there. And it's just, all right, the stuff itself is, silly little things. But we got things like homemade tree ornaments.
Did you get anti-sickness tablets?
No.
I did get a toothbrush and toothpaste from somebody. I'm not quite sure what they were trying to say there.
As long as I didn't drop deodorant, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
But you can see the cushions behind us, the cushion covers. That was one of the things we had.
Oh, okay.
Extra Mrs. Disney ones.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
So it's a nice idea.
Fun.
Yeah.
Because we'd looked into one, but not actually done much, obviously, with it being cancelled.
Yeah.
I hear
It's
they
sort of-
get extremely competitive, like kids' parties, So I think you really have to set ground rules, a sort of maximum spend and so on. Make it tiny little things.
We got stuff from America, from Australia, from all sorts of
Yeah.
places. Yeah. It was fun.
See, I'm thinking job lot of wax melts. That'll do it. Pack in for everybody.
What I will say
Absolutely.
is,
Bath bombs.
pack it before you leave,
Yeah.
because we spent an afternoon in one of the open bar areas on the Magic packing up these presents, and then went to take them out. So
Yeah.
pack it all before you leave.
Yeah.
That's my.
And it was
my-
mostly pound shop things. It was colouring books and, things like that. So,
Chocolate's probably a good one.
well,
Popular
we
one.
didn't want to do chocolate, you see, because we were going to be in DLP and then going to Barcelona, and it was September, and we thought hot. So we didn't really, and plus some kids were allergic
Dirty
to
pigs.
various things. Yeah,
Yeah.
steaks would be good.
That'd be ideal.
Starburst.
Talking of food, what did we think? What do we think of food that was on the ship? Because I know there's a variety of sort of different restaurants and they do rotational dining.
So how does that work?
Phenomenal.
Would be my biggest question. How does the rotational dining actually work from a practical standpoint?
So you get your key to the world card when you board the ship. And on that key to the world card is a series of letters which corresponds to the restaurants that you go to on each particular night. So and they don't always start the same. Obviously, we got the same. So, and I think, how many restaurants we had 3 restaurants.
Yeah.
And 7 nights.
Yes.
Didn't we? So we went to 3 restaurants twice and one restaurant 3 times.
Yeah.
Bye, Eric.
So it depends what you get, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah, we did the same. We started.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, how did you finish? Sorry.
Oh, carry on.
Okay. We had cabanas.
No, not about karaoke.
Karaoke's.
Lumiere's.
And art of animation. And
Animator's Palette.
Animator's Palette.
Yeah.
And
That goes out of animation for dinner.
still on Walt Disney World.
There's another hotel.
The one you must not miss is the second one, Animator's Palette. Yeah. Where basically you do drawings and they animate your drawings and the drawings dance with Disney characters. Yeah. It's just utterly amazing. That is the unmissable one.
But yes, you have the same servers in every restaurant as and they follow you round, so they get to know what you like. They get to know your favorite drinks. There is also restaurants that you pay extra for, which are a lot nicer. So on the Magic, it was just Palo, which is a very nice posh Italian. But I believe on your ship, Pippa and Pete, you also had Remy's, which is a step up again.
Yes.
And from the name, I would guess French food.
Yes.
French inspired food.
Yeah.
How much more? Because I think it was when we looked.
$120 per head.
Yeah, extra.
Okay.
It was $30 per head when we did Palo.
Yeah. We did the brunch and the dinner. Right.
Okay.
Remy's.
That was
and I would say it's well worth the extra for Palo.
Go on, Pippa.
We definitely found the rotational dining took out some stress, because you looked on your card and you went, oh, I'm going to Animator's Palette tonight. So you didn't have to sit there going, where are we going to eat tonight? What do you fancy? So it's a case of, right, we're going there. We've been told what to do. And the menu was amazing. And if you didn't like anything on the Animator's Palette menu, you could pull up the menu on the app and say to your server, I couldn't have that chicken dish from the other restaurant across the way, could I? And they'll just pop down to the kitchen and get it for you. So
nice.
They were just fabulous. They were
we have
more
a
than
tradition.
Accommodating.
We have a tradition in Epcot that we get so hungry that we have an argument on where we're going to eat, and then we haven't booked somewhere or we cancel it, and it's like we end up eating chicken nuggets.
Yeah, then we end up eating chicken nuggets at Electric Umbrella.
Just because we've got to the point where we're so hungry we need to eat.
Not the chicken nuggets, Sam.
Electric
I
Umbrella.
had to say Electric Umbrella.
So all the choice of, not choice, but the decisions are taken out of your hand, and you know it's Disney. It's all going to be lovely.
Yeah.
You're not going to be at a dud restaurant.
And like you said, you've got the flexibility. If there's something that you like the night before that they're doing on that menu, you can have it again the next night.
And it's not just a set.
You can actually have something from another restaurant.
Yeah.
If you don't like anything on the menu, they're going to get you something else from another menu somewhere else.
If you don't like any of the desserts, they bring you a Mickey Premium bar if you want one. You know, all sorts of stuff.
Who's going to turn down that?
And you're not just stuck to 3 courses. You can have, one night we had a starter, but we also fancied the soup, so we had the soup as well, and the main course and the dessert. But if you wanted a starter and 3 desserts, fine.
Please.
That sounds more like us.
That's definitely more like me.
and at Palo they brought us. Sorry, carry on, Pippa.
Oh, I was going to say, we were obviously adults on our own without children, and our dining tables were another couple similar to us in age, with no children. And by the last night, we'd sort of got to know them a bit, chatting away. In the end, we ordered every single entree on the menu. We were all just picking off plates. It was like having tapas. It was great. And it was, if you look at the server and go, well, I'm not sure between the chicken or the beef, he goes, bring you both, it's fine.
Yeah.
So you end up with mountains of food. So it's not a la carte. Technically, it's all you can eat.
Yeah. It's a bit like just family style, isn't it? It's like what we were saying earlier about buffets changing for cruises, that things can...
Essentially,
Yeah.
One thing we did get from Animator's Palette, we paid for this. We did not nick it. They
I'll put you on full screen, Jill, just for a second, so you can see it.
Lovely little knives, which is obviously
shaped like a brush.
Yeah, shaped like an artist's brush.
It's lovely.
And they are very, very popular. But yeah, we bought this one.
We bought that.
It's not like the Virgin Atlantic when you fly premium, where it says on the bottom, stolen from Virgin Atlantic.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, the food overall. Go.
Yeah.
Oh, Michael, it's fantastic.
Michelle, convince Jason to take you on one.
Yeah.
I'm dyslexic.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
I think he wants to do the Marvel Day at Sea one, so
Yeah.
Even the quick service food is really, really good.
Yeah.
As we were saying before, the
Chicken tenders,
chicken tenders are great.
Standard pizza.
The standard pizza was wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nick.
Thank you, Nick.
Yay.
And certainly deck 9 was our main pleasure deck.
Yeah.
Deck 9 was our Butlins. And
I was slightly worried where you were going when you said pleasure deck.
yeah, we don't go there. Not this time. No.
That's a whole other cruise.
Yeah.
all the food is free. All the food is
Yeah.
included.
Yeah.
Is there
And-
anything else you have to pay for? Because I know there are
Yes.
obviously alcohol you have to pay for.
Yeah.
You don't pay for drinks with your
Meals.
meals, but you eat. But if you want a coffee with your meal, it has to be a pour coffee, a filter coffee.
Yeah.
Not like a latte or...
Yeah. You've got to pay extra for alcohol, obviously. You've got to pay extra for coffees like lattes and things like that.
Yeah.
But the cakes are free.
So if you go-
Speciality.
yeah, if you go in the little coffee shop, which is a very nice place, all the cakes there are free. You can help yourself as many as you like, but you have to pay for your latte.
Yeah.
I
I could go and get myself a cup of tea from somewhere else and get my cake and have cake and tea.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you could get a free coffee from Deck 9, but it was from the drinks
Machine.
area. For us, it was Deck 9.
Yeah.
But that's filter coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
All
so-
Depends on the
your
little coffee.
Yeah.
all your soft drinks from the machine on the Butlins deck, I'm going to call it now. They're free. If you
Yeah.
want to order a drink, a soft drink from a bar or something like that, you have to pay.
Yeah.
And unlike some cruise lines, you can't buy an alcohol package or a drinks package.
Not as such. They
No.
do have certain wine packages where you could buy bottles of wine to have with your meals. But in the end, we didn't bother.
Yeah, Peter, we've got a comment from Claire.
Yeah.
She wants to have a go
Who
at
wants to go?
explaining Butlins.
Go on, Pip and Peter, you tell them what.
Have you ever been to a Butlins?
Yeah, I've been to Butlins.
Butlins is essentially a teeny tiny holiday resort, teeny tiny in British terms to America, an all-in-one holiday resort site. So there'd be entertainment on site, kind of think Disney World, but on this bigger scale.
It's like art of
And nowhere near
animation
as
with a clown tent in the middle.
And that bigger budget. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Valerie's asking about, is there an
Yes, that
alcohol
bigger
pay?
button.
Yeah. Valerie's asking about, is there an alcohol pay ahead? Say
No.
that there isn't as such, that you can buy this wine package or to have with
Beer
your
package
meals
as well.
Yeah, to have with your meals.
And
But
they'll put it in your fridge to start with, in your stateroom, and then you can take it to your meals, and they'll keep the open bottle.
no, I think it's the other way around.
No, it's not. No,
Okay.
it's not. It's not.
Okay.
They'll keep the open bottle for you in the fridge, and then you can have it the next day with your meal if you like, and the next area.
Yeah.
But no,
So you can bring a couple of bottles of wine on board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I just take one of those bottles of wine down to dinner with me?
yes,
I would have thought so. I don't know.
Yeah, that's
Would
fine.
you then have to pay corkage or something on
No.
top?
yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It's the main question there.
No.
I don't know that.
Yeah.
I don't know whether you have to pay corkage
Yeah.
or not.
You in your
I thought,
That we have to do some investigating on that.
To investigate that one.
well, we didn't
Yeah.
do it.
Anyone
so we
knows
don't
in the
know.
comments?
we can't
Yeah.
Tell
tell
us.
We had the free alcohol on forms and at BBC.
Maybe.
And
Maybe
we had
No.
some gin and tonic in one of the bars, didn't we? One night. We don't drink very much. So.
See,
Well, I
when
don't.
Claire put that comment, I thought ice
Oi.
cream.
Rude.
I will cider, so it's fine.
If you get a drink to your table from a bar, you have to pay the price plus the tax. Because it's an American ship, you've got to pay tax, and then you have to pay a little bit extra for the server who's brought it to you.
Fair tip.
Yeah.
One thing that didn't affect us but might affect some people, because we were in the Med, if you are American and you're 18, then you were allowed to drink alcohol on the ship while it was in the Med, but you pretty much had to have a note from your mum. You pretty much had to have permission from a parent or guardian.
That's
So,
brilliant.
yeah.
So if any of our sort of underage in America, under 21s, want to go on a cruise in the Med,
Go with your mum and dad.
go with the
Yeah.
I think you have to be 18.
Yeah.
You have to be 18.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably one of those things that like it's as when we go over to America, if you're under 21, you can't drink. It's like they
Yeah.
come
It's
over
the
here
reverse.
and it's
Mm.
Yeah.
What was the entertainment like on the ship?
Go on, guys. You answer first.
Amazing.
What did
just
you get to
amazing.
We
see?
saw
Yeah.
the Pete's not a theatre person, but I did manage to drag him in. We saw that it was meant to be Aladdin, was meant to be the big musical show on our ship, but it was dark while we were there because they were rehashing it to put into the new action film. So we didn't see Aladdin. So they had on board some sort of Vegas style entertainers, didn't they? There
Yeah,
was
magician.
a lady doing lots of aerial work. There was a guy on a unicycle. They had a tap dance group, which was right up my street. That
The
were
cloggers.
amazing. They were kind of, I think they came second in America's Got Talent. They were amazing. Yeah, it was just fantastic. And of course, you've got a cinema there, which is free. You can just wander in whenever you want.
Yeah,
And
we saw Captain Marvel, didn't we?
they show current releases as well as some old classics as well.
Yeah.
That was great to see that for free, technically.
So it's
Yeah.
like when you're on a plane where you get to see the sort of releases that are out quite
Yeah.
quite recently.
Only newer.
Well, and you newer.
We really
Yes.
appreciated the way that they run the shows, in that if whatever sitting you're at for dinner, there's 2 sittings for dinner, so you've got an early one and a later one, and you can choose which one you want, but you're then on that one for the whole cruise. And so if you eat early, you then go and see the show afterwards. If you eat later, you go and see the show first. So, you never have to choose between, do I want to go and see the show or do I want my dinner, which is nice.
So the big new show for us was Tangled.
Yeah.
I think we've got a picture of the curtain for Tangled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just getting it. There we
And we
go.
had that night, we also had a Tangled night on the ship. So there was a show, there was a In O'Gill's pub, there was a little interactive fun show.
They changed O'Gill's to the Snuggly Duckling.
Yeah.
Snuggly Duckling for the night,
Okay.
which was cool.
Yeah.
Also, there are different levels of entertainment for different ages of people. So the kids have their own, the teens have their own section, and the adults have their own section in Fathoms. And I know I'm going to say this wrong, which is entertainment for adults. Oh.
Oop.
And there's a person who basically leads the entertainment for adults, and there's different games that you play, and there's a nightclub every night. There's a piano bar you can just sit and drink.
Yeah.
And they play bingo.
Yeah.
But it's,
Well, that's more my speed.
but it's not quite normal bingo.
No.
Yeah.
It's very different.
And it's
That's all right. I can use the twist at work.
Look, an expensive bingo, I'll tell you that.
but the
Yeah.
but the accumulator that runs over the week, you can end up winning about $3,000, $4,000.
Cool. I'll pay for my next cruise.
I was going to say that'll give you a few more DVC points, hopefully.
I think my favourite after hours things was.
Sorry. Go on, Pete.
Sorry, guys.
So we did a pop quiz in the Irish bar.
Oh, we
Didn't
did a couple, didn't we?
Yes.
And he was
Yes.
English,
Yeah.
which really helped.
Yeah.
Oh,
And that's a
good.
lovely guy called Chris. And yeah, we did an 80s pop quiz, basically like pub quizzes. We did an 80s one, we did a TV theme tunes one, except they're all American, so some of them we had no clue.
I had no idea at all what they were
But it was
talking
great fun.
That's brilliant.
We
Sort
all-
of thing that's something
But the
different.
lovely thing is you can wander in and wander out.
Yeah. We had a draw stitch class.
Yeah.
That was a bit like the ones at Art of Animation.
Yeah.
Very like the ones at Art of Animation.
But also the after hours stuff in Fathoms, we absolutely loved. We were there every night. There were things like Match Your Mate, which is like Mr. and Mrs. If anybody remembers Mr. and Mrs., where you get several couples who are sort of tested on things. That got a little bit risque. That was definitely adults only.
But it was a Disney ship.
Yeah, it was
So,
a Disney
you know,
ship. Yeah. What else did we have? There was a karaoke one night, and oh my gosh, the machine stuck. And our amazing entertainment CM lady called Tisa, who is an absolute legend, had to fill for 40 odd minutes while they desperately tried to fix the screen.
Oh no.
Poor
She
thing.
was hilarious. She was amazing.
Wonderful.
Yeah. She's like a stand-up comic, honestly, and she was brilliant.
It's one of those things where you think all the planning that goes into it, and then tech issues at one point, and it's like, we just got to carry on with it. And
Absolutely.
but there's I think there's so much to look into looking at new ships and new things, because I know Disney, was it D23, announced the Wish,
Yes.
which when you look at
Concept
Look at
art for
concept
it
art.
looks amazing. I mean, to be fair, I'd be happy to go on anyone, but
but I think if that's
That
going to
looks
be our
really
first
good.
one to go on,
I reckon I'll end up on the fantasy.
I don't know, it's out in 2023, the Wish.
Depends where they're sailing it.
I don't know, the Magic's down in Dover at the minute, so if it's still there when we want to go on a cruise,
Oh, we might end up on the Magic.
it won't take too long to get there.
So
We
Pippa and
do
Pete.
find that one of the things. Oh, yeah.
Carry on.
No.
I'll ask when you finished.
I was going to say,
I'll
the
ask you when
cast
you finish.
members, the crew,
Yeah.
Yes.
The
sorry.
brilliant.
we've got a slight delay. The cast members, the crew were just phenomenal. Our room host, our servers that went with us around the rotation of the restaurants, we sort of got to know them. I felt like I was leaving friends at the end of the cruise.
Yeah. Yes, I
and
agree.
The guy that announced us onto the ship, a lovely man called Dean. I had Cuddly Manatee, who has his own Instagram account, with me. And we said, could you announce Melvin onto the ship as well? So he announced the Broadway family and Melvin the Manatee. Then we went off and didn't think anything more of it. About 3 days later on the cruise, we passed Dean in the corridor and he just went, Broadway's, where's the manatee?
That's brilliant. Yeah.
Oh, that's
what
brilliant.
manatee? You think, how do these people do it?
Yeah.
How do they remember? And they
When you see the amount of
just
people
such
they
lovely
see as
people.
well.
Yeah.
But to be fair, it's probably not every day that they get asked to announce amenity.
He has his
So
own Instagram account.
yeah.
We have a really awkward surname,
Yes.
and they got it right first time.
Yeah.
Our name is Hothersall.
Mm.
Yeah, they got it right first time.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, we did a med cruise, so we didn't do
Castaway
Key. What was it like?
Perfect.
Okay.
It really is.
The pictures look
It
perfect.
really is an experience.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
and that's just the view from our balcony.
Yeah.
And
We are both vampires. We have vampire skin. We don't do beaches. We don't do sunshine. We don't do stuff like that.
but we go back there in
We
a
do that-
heartbeat.
We do there. Let's put it that way. We got
Yeah,
up
okay.
early. We did the 5K.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we watched the 5K. We didn't run it.
Yeah.
We
I
still
was
got our
going to do
medal.
that.
We passed one little old lady doing the 5K
Yeah,
with her walking cane,
with a walking
but she
stick.
was doing it.
Yeah,
And we saw her later on that day, or back on the ship, and she had her medal on. So anyone can do it.
Yeah.
The adult-only beach, lovely. There's an adult-only barbecue.
the
which
barbecue
was
food is
phenomenal.
amazing. It's all free.
It's exactly what you want a Bahama island, Caribbean island to be. It's clean. It's pretty. There's no dodgy people. It's it's
And there's
just
shops.
beautiful. And there's Disney shops.
And a post office.
Yes.
I
So
think-
even though we've only ever spent one day there in our entire lives, it just definitely made its mark on us. Let's put it
Yeah.
that way.
I think that's the thing. Every cruise we've looked at that we've wanted to do, I think we want to do it with Walt Disney World, just because we think of doing our first cruise should be a 3 or 4 night sort of cruise, just to see how we get on with it.
Oh,
And
yeah.
stay at Castaway Key is definitely what we want to do for a day.
Mm.
You do get special
and
rates.
soon they're sorry, I
Well,
was just going to say soon they're opening up. Was it Lightning Point? Is it?
Lighthouse.
Lighthouse
Which is
Point.
mooted to be their second island.
So they're doing a second island.
Which Joe
I think
Roddy's in
with 3
charge of.
ships going around the Caribbean, they're going to need that second place to dock.
Yeah, that's true.
You can book mixed packages, so you can book so many nights at Walt Disney World and then so many nights at on a ship
Mm.
at once.
Yeah.
You don't need
Yeah.
to book them as 2 separate
Yeah.
items.
And you can use travel agents, you can use
Yeah.
directly Disney. I have to admit, because we're DVC members, it's a bit easy for us. We just book our points stay and then we just book the
Mhm.
cruise separate. And it's that. But I
Yeah.
think as with most holidays and things, it is just what you want to make it.
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't think, especially now that you'll be able to go to a travel agent, you could go online, you can book whatever you want. I know COVID has changed how we do things,
Yeah.
but I think that the world is our oyster. We can look at whatever we want to, and if the budget fits,
Mm.
Yeah.
you can make it happen.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I think we're
although
coming up to
on
the.
cruises there. I was just
Sorry,
gonna say,
Pepper.
because so much is included in a Disney cruise, there's lots that can be separate, like extra dining, extra, posh coffees and alcohol and whatnot. But you can easily go on that cruise and not spend a dime.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Obviously,
Absolutely.
you probably want to merch.
I was going to
But you
say,
can
yeah,
easily
I'd be
have
buying
anything.
lots of merchandise.
And the photo package.
But it's
Photo.
doable.
It is, yeah.
What was the photo package?
Photo
Phil?
package. Yeah. It's an expensive photo
We didn't do
package.
Expensive, yeah.
You can do a small one. We did a small one.
But it was over $100.
Yeah. Oh, easily.
And
Is it a little bit like Memory Maker?
it is, yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit. Yeah, very much. And on the
cast
first
members
night,
quite happily take your picture with your own.
yeah,
Yes. Yeah.
on the first night,
Oh,
there's
you're allowed
always a draw. On the first night, there's always a draw for a full package, and somebody wins a full photo package.
Mm.
Just to be that lucky
Nice.
person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one lucky person. Yeah,
Wasn't us.
it wasn't us. No. So yeah,
I think it's one of those things when you look at doing holidays and cruises and trips, sometimes when you think it's going to be your once in a lifetime, the first time you do something, you want to spend a little bit extra. So
Yeah.
maybe it is worth doing it the first time, and then you get to see what your experience is like of it, and then go next time. Actually, I don't need it because they'll happily take my photo. Or like you said, Pippa, with COVID, I think I better use your phone and camera now. It's we'll see what happens.
We'll all be
with that.
taking selfies.
Yeah.
Making use of a gimbal.
And
One thing we haven't really talked
that's
about
kind
is
of what we did.
right. Yeah. One thing we haven't really talked about
We
is
did
how
because we went all out on our.
Go on, finish it.
Got this delay.
Look at the delay, yeah.
We went
Like a
all
3-second
out on
delay.
Are you
we
in
went all
Australia,
out and
Pippa?
I might be.
Yeah.
The room with the balcony, and it was all beautiful. And the two that we had booked last year that got cancelled were actually inside cabins, because we thought, well, we know the ship is marvelous and there's so much to do.
Yeah.
We could probably actually do an inside cabin rather than spend the money on, So we sort of went all out that first time, then, like you say, and then you can sort of realise what level you can do or what you're comfortable with.
Yeah.
We haven't really talked about the adventures off the ship. They call them adventures. The
Excursions.
Port excursions.
Yes.
You can book through Disney. They are expensive, but but the ship is guaranteed to wait for you.
Yeah. But if you book independently,
Book
it's at your
independently,
own
you
risk.
have to be back. Yeah,
We did a mix.
we did a mix.
We did one through Disney, and others we did off our own bat.
We
And
did Pisa through Disney.
Yeah, and in fact, Rome, we didn't even bother getting off the ship because, frankly, by the time you get from the port to Rome, it's an hour and a half each way, and we weren't going to try and fit Rome into 6 hours.
I think with my anxiety, I think I'd have to book through Disney.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't think I'd want that nervous thing on a day, like if something went wrong, that, oh no, I'll be stranded somewhere and the ship's going. Unless it's
But
Castaway,
actually,
I wouldn't mind being stranded there.
what we tended to do was half days, so we'd be back by lunchtime anyway. So,
We did an independent day in Herculaneum,
yeah,
which is like the other one,
like Pompeii.
Pompeii, but it was only covered in ash, not lava. So it's much better preserved.
And
It's
less
quieter as well.
It is
Because
quiet.
everybody goes down to Pompeii, and everything from Pompeii has been taken out.
Yeah,
Most of it's in museums all around the world now.
It threw it down all day while
yeah.
we're there.
Oh,
But we got in with it cost us €25 each, but we went round with a guided group, and that was worth it.
yeah.
That was worth the money. We went with Disney to
Pisa.
and that was great.
Yeah.
Disney got a local company called Trumpy Travels.
Yes, Trumpy tours.
Trumpy Travels.
No relation.
Yeah, we went on a mini train to near where all the historical sites are.
Yeah,
Disney, yeah. So yeah,
they look
it's
after you.
definitely worth doing your excursions.
Yeah.
Only they call them adventures.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah,
Port
there's so
adventures.
much you can add on, like with most things, to a trip.
Yeah.
But I think as we're coming to an end, I think we could talk about cruising for quite a long while. If anyone wants to us to do another cruise one, please mention it in the comments or let us know on the socials, and we'll happily talk and waffle on about even more stuff to do with cruises or anything else that you want, whether it be Disney World, sort of California, Tokyo, name a subject, and we'll take on the challenge.
If you want to see our cruise, we have a proper full trip videos on our channel on YouTube called Hover Souls. That's our surname with an S, and that's got the full cruise 2017 on it.
Yeah.
So if you want to find out what it's like to do a med cruise, pop there.
So Pete and Pippa, where can our viewers find you on sort of socials?
So yeah, we're pretty much Broadway's away on everything
Apart from
think-
Instagram,
Well,
we're Broadway's _away.
because somebody already had Broadway's away and we don't know why. Anyway, yeah. So Twitter, Instagram, and on YouTube, Broadway's away. Sadly, we didn't record our cruise. We started doing it just after.
2 months
Yeah.
after we took the cruise, we thought, oh, we'll start a YouTube channel.
Oh no.
Yeah, so sad, but we're hoping
Always the way.
next time we go, we're hopefully film it.
It will
Definitely,
represent every
yeah.
second of it.
Yeah. I think it's one of those things. You start a channel afterwards. It's like, I wish I did that then, because it's like I've looked at previous trips we've done through photos. It's like,
Totally.
why didn't we vlog that? We'd have had a completely different experience,
Yeah.
and what it would have been like seeing it from looking back at that perspective. But yeah,
Totally. Yeah.
so thanks to everyone who's joined in tonight, and thank you for joining in the comments. We've enjoyed your questions,
Yeah.
and it's made me want to look even into more detail booking our next Disney cruise or our first Disney cruise. I feel like we've booked, because we've booked one. It feels like it's our next Disney
but we
cruise.
haven't
It just
actually
got
been on
cancelled.
it yet.
So yeah. Thanks to everyone who's watching tonight and
Can I
also on
just
the
say
replay.
thanks for having us.
Yes, thank you very much for
Yeah.
having
You're
us on.
welcome, guys.
No, that's all right.
More
You're
than
welcome back
welcome.
anytime.
Yeah.
Hopefully next time there won't be a 3-second delay.
No. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there.
I don't know. It might be
We're in
us.
Australia, told you.
Yeah, obviously.
We're secretly in Walt Disney World.
Yes.
Oh.
What hotel are you in?
You're secretly on the magic and using the terrible
Boardwalk.
Wi-Fi.
Oh, you're in Dover on the magic.
Spot on.
See, we did think we should break down lockdown rules and like try and just like sneak onto the ship for tonight.
Yes.
Oh,
But no, we behaved.
Yeah, we behaved. So yeah,
Yeah.
just want to give a few shout outs to a few of our channels. So here is the link to Pete and Pippa's YouTube channel. So I know that we enjoyed your vlogs, and I know a lot of other people do too. And we're going to give shout out to Mickey Scousers, who usually go live at 9 o'clock every Wednesday, but they're not going live tonight. But you can catch them next Wednesday on their Mickey Scouse Clubhouse.
Love that name.
I know.
That name's
Have to thanks
brilliant.
to Nick for coming up with that name. That's brilliant. And also shout out to Dean at the Live Place, your sort of TV guide for your family-friendly sort of live streams. So if you're unsure what to look for, click on there, and you'll find us and amongst other people as well. So yeah. So don't forget, this Friday we have our Wafflers Assemble live.
Yeah.
So if anyone paid attention to our January show, Sammy did confess to not going around World Showcase. So we're going to do a virtual tour. Yep. Of World Showcase. And we're going to see if we can do it in one
Right.
show. It might go two.
Max into two.
But yeah, we're going to go through each
Unfollow.
pavilion. And it's just going to be one. I just can't
It's going to be
believe.
good.
It's going to be interesting. I just can't believe that how many times you may have been to Epcot, and the furthest you've gone in is possibly, for Sammy, might have been chicken nuggets.
She's been to Norway. She's been on the Frozen.
Okay.
She's been on Frozen Ever After.
But that's it.
Right.
Steady.
So
That counts to me as a pavilion.
yeah. So tune in on Fridays. We'll be going live at 8 p.m. on our YouTube channel and Facebook. So yeah, if you enjoyed the show, click the like button and subscribe. And there's only one thing left to say.
Waffle.
Um,